Okay, it's been somewhat of a crazy day. Been nice. My daughter's had a friend come over, so we played a game together with the four of us. Um, so that was nice. Um, but one thing that's on my mind right now, it's kind of frustrating, is Discord is having issues. And so the link on my homepage here at YouTube is not going to work. Uh, I'm hoping that I get all my stuff back because I had a lot of stuff that I put on there. I mean, it's not, most of it's not super important. There's a couple things that are important to me there, but it's just several months of work, of posts and just discussions. So, fortunately, it's not just me, I guess, in one sense. So it's not. It's, I guess, hopefully they'll get it back. Somebody that I know through Discord, I was able to contact in a different way. Uh, Said to give it a few days. So I hope so. I hope they get all of our stuff back, and then I can get back to my Discord server. I mean, I wasn't necessarily there every day, but you know. But anyway, that's disconcerting because it appears that probably the site got hacked, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe somebody pushed the wrong button and shut the whole thing down. I don't know. Um, but it kind of goes with the territory. I know it's just when you're on social media, anything can happen. Um, the site can be hacked. I've had lost stuff because our computer got a virus, and I was no longer able to access some of the stuff. So I've had to start over before several times. Um, and I just actually kind of prepared myself for that. Um, if I'm not going to, excuse me, what's up with that? If I'm not going to back up my stuff someplace. Um, in fact, I actually did do a blog along this line, my blog site. Um, see where it's at. Yeah, January of 2021. It's titled "Old plus New Writings equals Present Help." Um, let's see. I just had to write about how awesome and astounding it is when Yahweh uses posts from years prior to give encouragement, help, or just the right word for the situation or for an answer to prayer. I just know it's him putting those posts in the recommendation section of this website. I do believe that it's providential. Of course, right now on YouTube, I'm getting a lot of stuff in my feed on YouTube, and some of it I'm wondering where it's coming from. Um, so the YouTube feed is kind of crazy. I don't understand the algorithm sometimes, and why does it send certain stuff to our feeds? Some of it I get because I'm clicking on things, so I get that. Uh, but some of it has been very weird in the last couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm just like, why is this getting in my feed? Why is this in my feed? So that's kind of weird. But usually, I think it's either providential or it's has to do with the algorithms or the way the website is designed to bring things to your feed. So some of that isn't necessarily ooh, so all that, but it's just common sense. But YouTube has been very weird for me lately. Um, anyway, even the words of the Bible are still giving out today. Great topic, but not part of this post. Of course, with the bloggers I follow on the site, Bible passages are always used in their posts, so I know that's what makes them always relevant. How many times has someone come across an older post or a book from a long past pastor or theologian? I was thinking about how our wonderful Lord and Savior brings these things into our lives just at the right moment. I was also thinking about how he says things again and again, but it's so new and refreshing. I've lost posts due to computer issues or the blog site shut down. I just cleaned out a filing cabinet and had to throw out papers that were too old to read. It seems sad to lose these things, but I started thinking about how they really were not saying anything that hasn't been said already and won't be said again when needed. So in conclusion, I just want to be thankful that whether Jesus uses old writings or new writings, that he says what we need to hear at that very moment. I also pray that we listen. Also another topic, not for this post. Yeah, listening to what he's saying. So yeah, that was back in January of 2021. That was on my mind. And I had, gone through my filing cabinet and realized a lot of these papers had sat in the heat because the filing cabinet's out in the garage, and they'd sit out in the heat. Of course, some of them were like from when I was in high school, so that it was just old, 30, 40-year-old paper, So I'm not happy that if I have to start over with Discord necessarily, but I've had to do it before. Okay, am I not breathing? Why am I yawning? Stay hydrated. So I'm not really that put out if I have to start over because I've had to do it before. And like I said, it wasn't necessarily, some of that stuff wasn't necessarily that important. Some of it was just chit chat and just thoughts that I had that day. Fortunately, I didn't have a lot of conversations with anybody. So, I'm not going to lose a lot of conversations. But it's still disconcerting. Just thinking about having to start over. But maybe they'll get everything going, and I won't lose anything. So I'll get a couple days and see what happens. Oh my gosh, why am I yawning? Hey, what are you guys doing, the cats? Are you guys gonna fight? Oh, nope. She's like, nope, I'm out. Oh, are you gonna chase her? Anyway, I don't know, I'm trying to think what else am I wanting to say. Probably I think of all the stuff I want to say, and then I get in front of the camera. Guess I should make notes. I don't know. I have made notes. Where are my notes? I don't know where my notes. I've made notes in the past, not today. But my husband is on 5 pills a day. Did I say that? I told somebody this. I wrote this. Did I write it? Did I talk about it? Oh, I remember saying something about it. Was that me writing it? I don't know. Shoot. I don't remember what I've told you guys and what I have. But I haven't. Um, I think I was writing to somebody in a DM to somebody, friend from Discord, another friend from Discord, which now, um, well, I have her number, so I could actually call her. But yeah, my husband's on 5 pills a day. 3 of them or one of them is 3 times a day, and that's a quick release of uh, of the medicine. And then he's on another pill, which is twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening, and that's a extended release pill. Um, his symptoms are increasing already. Um, um, I don't know what to say other than that, I guess. I mean, I don't have enough information to actually do a video titled Parkinson's disease because we haven't experienced enough of it yet. And I don't really have much perspective as a caregiver because I'm not doing much caregiving at this point. He's still doing a lot of the stuff for himself, and then our kids are helping him. Um, and honestly, he hasn't wanted my help to help him do anything for several months now, if not longer. So once in a while, I'll still ask if he wants my help, but on the most part, he'll tell me, "No, I got it." Um, so most of the time, I just stop asking. Why waste my breath? But who knows? Now that we are in this situation, he just might change his mind, right? Um, um, I wish I could express some of the sorrow I'm going through right now, but I can't. I'm not at liberty, or I don't feel like I'm at liberty to say. Um, anyway, if anybody has any questions, um, feel free to ask. As always, I'm open for questions, comments, and complaints. So if there's something you don't like me doing, say something. I mean, I'm not necessarily going to change my behavior or do things differently, but at least you've got it out, okay, and you're not holding on to it. Um, um, I just where I am at right now in my life. Um, it's it's good. I'm not trying to say it's bad. I'm just trying to put the right word on it to describe my life as a whole. I mean, I think with things I'm endeavoring, I have the whole world at my feet. The sky's the limit. Um, I'm doing pretty good of making lemonade out of lemons and being a mover and a shaker and all those things that I have felt like I should be doing in the last 5 to 8 years. Um, uh, I don't know what it all means sometimes. I'm just doing something, and the impact and the influence I have, I don't know what it is. Not that I really care, because I'm not doing this to necessarily um, be all that. I just want to do something for this planet. Uh, so I'm doing that. I'm trying to scatter the goodness, which is another blog that I did. What it was called, Scattering the Positive. This was back on May 26th, 2012. Wow. So 2012. So 10 years would be 2022. So this is 12 years ago. 2012 was 24. Hello. I can do math. Yes, I can. Uh, so it's almost, well, 24 and a half years ago. It was called Scattering the Positive, and I heard someone say one time, it's not what you gather, but what you scatter that matters. So I said, my hope, prayer, and desire is to scatter the following: a few laughs, forgiveness, moral support, happiness, the love of Jesus, the joy of Jesus, the peace of Jesus, the patience of Jesus, the kindness of Jesus, the goodness of Jesus, the faithfulness of Jesus, the gentleness of Jesus, and the self-control of Jesus. Of course, those are the 9 fruit of Holy Spirit found in Galatians, I believe that is. Godly wisdom, encouragement for parenting, encouragement to live life to the fullest, to say a prayer for those who need one or two. And I think this could be a longer list, but I'll stop here. God's blessings to all. I mean, that list could be a whole lot longer for all of us. There are a lot more positive things to scatter. Um, so, I mean, my whole life I've been trying to do that and do it more and more. Um, and yes, that's what I do in the smallest of ways sometimes. Um, I just, right now, I'm really focusing on letting people know what a treasure they are. Um, and to concentrate on, like I've said before in other videos, to just dig through all the garbage in people's life and find uh, that treasure part of them that's a gem, and that is the joyous part, and that part that's in them, that's the benefit for this planet and gives talent and skill and this um, finding any beautiful part in each person, if I can. And I mean, some people it's really hard. You got to search really hard because they have a lot of garbage in their life and they behave very badly and they make bad decisions and they choose to have bad attitudes and they choose a lot of negative stuff. So you have to really dig with some people, um, but a lot of people you don't. Just a small encouraging word and just letting them know that they can be themselves. Just just allowing them to be themselves. Because Christ does that. He accepts us where we're at. Now the strings to that is he accepts us where we're at, but he loves us too much to leave us there. So he wants us to change for the better. So even though he accepts us, whatever we have going on, he accepts that. And you can bring yourself to him no matter what's happening in your life, no matter what attitudes you have, no matter what wounds you have, no matter your thinking, you can still come to him at any time. And that's what he can work with. He can work with someone who's willing to come to him. If you're unwilling to come to him, he can't work with that because you're not willing to come with him. I mean, you have to show up. I mean, that's just common sense. So, I encourage everybody to just come as they are, no matter what you're thinking or feeling. It doesn't really matter. That reminds me of that song. I wonder if the Gaithers did that. I'll have to look it up. Let me look that up. Yeah, it's from the Gaithers. It's called Something Beautiful, and I'll just read you the lyrics. You can look it up on YouTube yourself. And again, Something Beautiful by Bill Gaither. Bill and Gloria Gaither. Something beautiful, something good. All my confusion he understood. All I had to offer him was brokenness and strife, but he made something beautiful out of my life. And that's the chorus where they sing, and I guess there's one verse. If there ever were dreams that were lofty and noble, they were my dreams at the start, and hope for life's best were the hopes that I harbor down deep in my heart. But my dreams turned to ashes, and my castles all crumbled. My fortune turned to loss, so I wrapped it all in the rags of life and laid it at the cross. And that is something that happens often. And it goes back to something beautiful, something good. All my confusion he understood. All I had to offer him was brokenness and strife, but he made something beautiful out of my life. And that is one thing that that is very much part of life is having our hopes and dreams dashed to the floor. Um, but remember, He is the resurrection and the life. Now, that's not across the board, uh, because He doesn't always resurrect um, something that died in our life. Some things die, and he doesn't bring them back, and that is part of His decision. And I know it's hard sometimes to trust Him and to believe that He is has a really good purpose for that. Um, but He does, and it's a process to get to that point, to be able to have that trust in Him. Uh, I'm doing pretty good in that area. Now I have my days where I'm just like, yeah, no, So I'm not 100%, and there are some things that can come up that are I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure on this one. um, but I will eventually get there because He constantly tells me you can trust me, and He constantly shows me that I can trust Him. Um, but it's not always easy. Again, His timing is not my timing. I hate His timing. I really do. I hate that He does that 11th hour stuff. I hate that with Hollywood, and I hate that with Him. Um, I just don't understand why He does that with me as much as He does, because for me, I think that I would still trust Him even if He didn't wait till the last second and to wait till it looks like, oh yeah, this ain't gonna happen. Um, I I don't know. That is one area I'm struggling in. So I'm being honest. If you're struggling with that, you're not alone. I do too. I hate that He does that. I just want Him to do it in the middle of the day. Don't wait till right before midnight. Why can't you just do this during the middle of the day? I will still give you glory. I'll still be grateful. I'll still thank you. Um, so it is irritating to me, um, that He waits so long a lot of times. Now, sometimes I do find out that it's not that He wanted to wait that long. A lot of times He's waiting on other people. When you're happening to do something and you have several people involved, uh, you have to wait for everybody to be able to be there. So that happens in real life. Like, well, His reality, that's not the word I'm looking for. Um, it happens in our own lives in the natural. So you're trying to get it together with friends, or trying to do something with people, and you're waiting for somebody to get home from work, and somebody's like, yeah, I gotta do some errands, and someone's like, I gotta take a nap, or uh, this or that, and you're like, okay, you're trying to coordinate everybody getting together at one time, and we're often waiting for other people, um, or those people, and then those people are waiting on other people, like if they have to take their car, well, I gotta take my car and get the oil changed, and so they have to stand in line. I get there, maybe there's several people in front of them, so then they have to wait. um, uh, that type of thing. It's not necessarily always like a negative, just some of it's just life. I gotta run to the grocery store, And then you get to the store, and then there's all these other people shopping, so the line is long at the check stand, and some of that is just life. It's not necessarily a bad, negative thing happening. Uh, so, um, I guess that's kind of what I'm kind of at a little bit, where I'm have these endeavors and I'm waiting on other people, but some of it I'm not sure what I want to do or how I want to do it or who I want to help me. Um, and because you have to be able to get along with people enough to get a job done. And since I don't know what I'm doing, especially like with this YouTube channel and things I want to do, what kind of content I want to do, uh, I don't know what I'm doing. So, I know very little, so I'm kind of having to start from scratch. So it's going to take a while for me to get some of these goals accomplished because um, I don't know a lot. Sorry. I don't know a lot. Um, and I don't know necessarily where to begin. I mean, what I guess I could take some classes, I mean, it's which classes do I take? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. And how do I get to these classes? Can I do them online? How do I pay for the classes? Okay, so, I'm not saying, not trying to say that I'm unwilling to do certain things, because I, I guess I'm willing to do anything. I'm not sure what all I need to do. And I'm not necessarily, I mean, some of it is my own fault. I'm not really out there like asking questions and like going out there and really pursuing a lot of the stuff. Um, Either, and I guess I could. I mean, the problem is I don't know what I want to do. Um, um, I have these ideas. I kind of like have a general idea, but when it really comes to implementing them, you know, um, but there's just a lot of things I'm wanting to do. So, and then there's things that have to be done in my personal life, uh, and things that I'm dealing with. So, I'm trying really hard not to overwhelm myself. Um, and bite off more than I can chew at one time, you know? Um, so, and some of these goals I have, I mean, do they really have to be accomplished? I don't know. Some of them are just like bucket list items. So, I mean, what happens if you don't finish everything on what if you're not able to cross everything off on your bucket list when it comes time for you to go? I mean, what? I mean, nothing. I mean, nothing happens. Like, right? I mean, there's no rules saying you have to cross everything off your bucket list before you die. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people. Most of us have stuff that was on our bucket list and we never got to do it. So, I don't know. Some of these things I'm not really sure how expedient they are and like how important they are to do them. Some of them are just for fun. Like, man, I think it would be fun to do this or fun to do that. And, I mean, it's not like I have to get them done. Let's see, what time is it? I mean, like, how long has this been going on? Okay, so it's like 34-minute video. I might cut it short today so it's not such an. I don't think I can go for another 30 minutes to make an hour video. And, I don't have to make all the videos an hour. So sometimes having a 30-minute video is nice. Um, I don't know. I guess that's it. Not really. Didn't really have a necessarily real plan on this video. Just thought I'd sit down and chit chat. I guess I'm trying to be a little bit diligent on getting a video out every day. Not that I am like, I'm not like stringent. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, you have to do this. Um, so I'm gonna try to. My goal is to get one out every day. Um, Either through doing a pre-recorded or doing a live stream, and eventually some type of content. But if I don't, then I don't. I'm not gonna put any pressure on myself, because that's what I realized too, is once it becomes like, oh, you have to do this, then it spoils a lot of the fun. So I don't want to get where it cuts out most of the fun, you know. Even though what I found out is having to do this by myself, it's not as fun as I would like it to be, because I'd like to be able to share this with somebody. And, but I can't control other people. So, choosing to do it anyway, I guess, even though I have to do it by myself. But maybe, eventually that'll change, hopefully. I mean, it can change anytime. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to end this. And I hope everybody is doing well. If you need any prayer, if you'd like me to pray for anything, please feel free to leave that in the comment section. And I most certainly will pray for you on anything that is concerning you, and leave as much detail as you'd like. No pressure. You can even do the whole, back in the 80s, we used to do, oh, I have an unspoken prayer request. You should, in that Sunday school or Bible study, and they'd go around the circle. Anybody need any prayer? And there was always back in the 80s, we'd do this unspoken. So you can even leave that in the comment section to say unspoken prayer request. And that's good enough, and I'll pray for you, and I'll pray as best I can, and the Lord knows what is going on, so I don't need to know the details, and the public, doesn't need to know the details, because that's, even in the comment section, it would be public. So, yes, none of us need to know what's going on necessarily, so if you have to do that, do that. But the more detail you give, the better people like me, who are called to be intercessors, can pray. But it's not necessary. So anyway, or just leave a hi. Hey, watched the video, liked it, hated it. You're goofy, you're an idiot. I don't know what. Just what. Just get it out. Don't leave it inside. If it's something inside, don't keep it inside. Let it out, and you're not gonna offend me. I'm pretty tough when it comes to stuff. Just, hey, people, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I'm not gonna knock you on it. Anyway, doing the saying goodbye 500 times thing. Alright, I'm going to end this video. Catch you on the next one. Bye. Beautiful people. You're all beautiful people.